the stories of this ancient troll civilization, we've been told a lot about how they became powerful through the blood magic, right? But then it was just dropped. You would have expected that to have been seen a lot in Shadowlands, and I wonder why you think that hasn't been shown yet.
I mean, the truth is, blood magic goes so far back. It was actually, I think it was Manias 1. I can't remember exactly who it was on Discord, but someone on Discord actually brought it up as a thing that they wanted us to talk about in today's stream. I think it was Manias 1, or let me just make sure you're... yeah, it may have been Manias 1. If it isn't, I'm so sorry. But, okay, so you have blood crystals all the way back in the Draenei starting area.
Yes.
Right? You have blood crystals pretty much everywhere. And the blood crystals actually affect the wildlife. The plantation and stuff is everywhere. Blood magic is definitely powerful. It seems to date back to the origins of World of Warcraft, and yet such a missed opportunity in BFA to actually dive into what blood magic actually is and how powerful blood magic actually would have been. Right now, I do think that Shadowlands have effectively given us a little bit of insights into blood magic and why blood magic is so powerful. Blood, from a mythological and from a fantasy standpoint, is very much tied to the soul, right? Blood is life, life is blood. You know, power resonates within the blood. Now, we know that our souls are effectively conduits of anima, right?
Yeah.
So this means that blood magic is actually closer to anima magic. It's literally using your anima as a source or a fuel source for power.
Yes.
All right. Now, I am reminded of Dragon Age 2. Have you ever played Dragon Age 2?
No, I think the only one of Dragon Age I actually played properly was Origins.
In Dragon Age 2, you have the ability to become a blood mage. Right? Now, blood mage is very, very dangerous. Like, stupidly dangerous. Blood magic is very highly corruptive. It can really corrupt you, but it's also considered to be the most powerful source of magic. Because you are drawing upon your own life, so to speak. And this is what I believe in World of Warcraft. If I am correct, and this is what we would probably consider anima magic, that it stands to reason that blood magic is the most powerful of all magic forms, considering the power that anima has.
So, I mean, yes, I would agree with that, but then isn't that also what Arcane is? It's the anima of a Titan, since Arcane is their lifeblood. So, in essence, all magic is anima magic in one form or another. Why would blood magic and voodoo and mojo and all the other names for it be any different?
Yeah, but here's the difference. And why I believe blood magic to most likely be the most powerful. You see, Arcane, Foul, all of these aren't concentrated. The whole point of a soul is it concentrates anima. So it pulls it in and it almost creates like a mini black hole, if you will, that just sucks up more anima the stronger you get. So you would effectively be controlling concentrated anima in a way that Arcane isn't. Because Arcane is effectively just the free-flowing anima around us, rather than this concentrated version thereof. I mean, it could be, it could not be, but it is sort of interesting that, how do you put it? It's sort of interesting to me that blood magic have been around for such a long time. Someone actually in chat reminded me that there was blood mages in Warcraft 3 as well. And yet,
yes, there were.
It's never been introduced to the main storyline. Right? Like, the main storyline sort of flirted with blood magic, but we've not really seen blood magic come to fruition And one would have expected that you're going to the Troll Empire, where blood magic sort of started, right? Where blood magic is sort of very much a part of their culture, and yet you don't really dive into it, right? We're not really getting to dive into it.
I mean, we got Nazmir, right? Like that was their explanation into blood magic, and it's actually now a forbidden art, and yet this was how Zandalari built their empire.
Yeah.
And they're just turning their back on it somehow.
Yeah, but I mean, it's forbidden for a reason, right? I made a video way back in BFA talking about this where I said blood magic is powerful and, according to fantasy at least, also dangerous, right? You can't use it because it corrupts. Now, one could make the argument that blood magic could kill, because if you are using your anima to fuel your, like, magic, right? So you're using your own anima to fuel your magic, then it almost goes to, what's that movie? There's a movie about this. Is it called The Covenant or something? Where whenever they use magic, they actually age themselves. I think it's called The Covenant. So maybe that's why blood magic has been outlawed. Because it physically depletes a soul.
But for a race that can regenerate and therefore live essentially forever, is it really that big of a deal?
Probably not, but we don't know what that depletion, like what effect that depletion would have on who you are, right, as a person. So it could be that you have, like, how can we put this? Imagine if someone like Hakar turned into Hakar, so what we see with Hakar now, because they depleted their anima reserves. And that changed them. That changed fundamentally who they are. Which could then...
So they basically become, like, more monstrous because their soul is deforming, right?
Yes. You're basically deforming the soul because you keep tapping into it, and the soul was never actually meant to allow for you to be tapped into, right? Like, it wasn't meant to be used in that way, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I get that. So, like, you're basically kind of perverting the essence, the force itself, and so the backlash upon you is like a smut on your soul, basically, that just kind of corrupts you in a way. But then wouldn't that be the argument for why Zoval changed and why they needed to betray him? Because he was using too much anima and it warped his soul too much?
That's possible, right? It is possible. He figured out that he could use his own anima to fuel armies and to do pretty much whatever. And that twisted him. It twisted him beyond recognition.
Well, maybe not even that. I mean, if we take the idea that he wasn't always evil or always bad, that just doing his job drained him of his anima, and that was his power source. That was how he did his job, was using anima to send souls off, or even repairing souls that came in. For example, Uther with a wound, right? If his soul came across original Zoval, good Zoval, one who actually takes pride in his job, would he not heal that wound and take something of himself?
I think it's possible, right? I think it's entirely possible. We know that they can do that. The Winter Queen sacrifices a portion of her own anima to heal Ysera's egg, or to fuel Ysera's pod. Again, cool story though. Cool idea for how he fell. He fell because he was so good, right? And he so wanted to do his job right that it ultimately turned against him.
Well, the final nail in the coffin, right, would be, how is he going to replace that anima? He realizes it's taking a big toll on himself, so he needs to find some way to replace this anima. The souls that are completely irredeemable, he consumes. And that's a betrayal of the purpose. So he is then betrayed.
It's possible. I like that, actually. I like the idea of that. Because where else would souls have gone? Prior to the Maw being replaced, where would souls have gone that were so corrupt that they couldn't be placed in any of the Shadowlands?
Exactly.
Now, I do think the origins of the Shadowlands, or its exact purpose, is still a mystery. A mystery that most likely haven't been revealed to us just yet. But yeah,